Hello and welcome to the Black Mining Podcast, the only miner-free zone on the internet right now, at this very instant.
You mean like young?
Alan's.
I was gonna say young kids under 18.
What if your special guest is a minor?
Oh,
What if your special guest
well,
is a
that just
minor?
ruins every. Well, that just ruined everything. We killed Alan. It was great. It was all completely by accident. I mean, we couldn't really do anything.
I mean, we got the forklift.
We had two options. Either we die or Alan dies. I chose Alan.
Well-
Josh told me that it would be a noble sacrifice, and I said, fuck that.
Well, I was
Alan's
like,
dead.
hey, we should do some cartwheel. Try to pop a wheelie on this forklift. We all said, yeah. And luckily,
And then Alan got I potentially almost broke my arm. It was quite fun.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you're a kid at school and you're sliding on the ice and you're to see how far you can slide on the ice, and then the groundskeeper comes out and is like, nah, fuck this. Fuck your fun. Stop doing it. Fuck your fun. I'm putting some salt on here. And you're like, oh, and everyone just has broken arms, broken neck.
I just am happy that we found a replacement for Alan this quickly in this short instant. Robert is joining us for the first time in a long time. I think this is the first time we've actually talked.
Yeah,
It's
probably.
it's like
I think the last time I heard your voice was probably on the podcast too.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, probably. That's depressing as fuck.
I don't hear a lot of voices these days.
No, you're busy like bashing your head against computers and making computers do work.
Which, I mean, it's
Am I wrong by that?
it's a noble pursuit. Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah,
It's gonna,
somebody has to make sure everything works.
exactly.
Anyways, topic. What do you guys want to talk about? I don't know what I'm going to talk about. Josh, talk about Flint Code.
Flint Hook is a well done indie platformer roguelike, which is, the catchphrase you say for a lot of these, which I have the tendency to play them. But this one is more along the lines of like you're a pirate who's been captured by a friendly ghost. Who's the ghost? Like, hey, I'll help you with your adventure, and of course you yourself is like, okay, cool. Well, and then the ghost is like, I give you superpowers too. You're like, it's even better. So you as who's going around on this character who has this baseless cape on top of his head, you just jumping platforming with a grapple hook to different locales in the level, and basically just trying to find the treasures. You could keep killing other pirates to get more treasure, and you level up and keep doing this over and over. And every time you reset, you get some permanent upgrades, so you can keep upgrade. It has permadeath, but you keep getting upgrades, so you go farther and farther in levels like any other roguelike. So the difference with this one is that the art style and the gameplay is a little more, I would say, Metroid, because you have the grapple hook, you have a gun you can shoot in 6 degree, like complete 360 angles all around, and what else? Oh, you can stop time. Well, slow down time. If you hold the left trigger, you can slow down time, and everything just goes to slow-mo. And you can get special perks to make that go longer, or make it even, or I think it can go slower, which I'm not sure if you want, but, or is it even there? No, it's just extend the slow time, I guess. And so it's a really cute-esque, like fun platforming game to go through the levels and shoot shit. The one gripe about this game, though, and I think it's a huge detriment to it, is
Can you suplex a train in it?
so what?
Can you suplex a train in it?
I mean, it kind of feels. This is like kind of game that feels like you could. But the one detriment to the game, though, was I couldn't. Like, I guess if I played, how many hours did I play this? Almost 2 hours. And I guess if I would play longer, I would get used to it. But right off the bat, the color coding of where enemies are and all the spiky things on the floor, on the walls, the things that are trying to hurt you, it keep flooding into the background for me, and I kept running into them. And it wasn't necessarily like I didn't. It wasn't necessarily like I didn't see the stupid shit, but it was like they kept like flooding into the background to the point I was like, oh, I didn't see that there because I didn't notice it at all. Because the way the games look, like the game looks great, but the thing sucks is that like I can't see half of the shit every time I'm running up to it. So I'm like, I'm running through the level and then spikes up my ass, or I'm seeing this dude off to my right, so I'm gonna shoot at him and didn't realize there's a dude on my top head, like right above my head, and he freaking hits me over top of the head. And it's like, fuck, I wish they're color coded just a little more red, or just a little more, just stand out from the level so I could just see it there. But whatever. I mean, again, I'm a little under 2 hours, so maybe I get more used to it. I could notice it better. But at the same time, it's like, it's really hard trying to notice, like, just little things. It was like, I would have color-coded this stuff a little better. But other than that...
It would have made the game a little bit different.
Yeah. Like, there's another thing of, like, when you're running through the levels, you can shoot jars and little crates and... What else can you shoot? Some like little boxes along the way so you can get more money. So when you find a secret shop somewhere, you could be like, oh, I can get this card, I can get this health, I can get this whatever with all the money you keep collecting, but you can't quite tell what's shootable and what's not. So you're just shooting at everything, just hoping it will cough up some coins to go buy stuff. So I was like, So when more I was playing it, I was like, I like it, but man, I would just change that little thing to make it even better, but whatever. I'm like, it's up to the designer for that choice type of thing, and I'm like, I would have just color coded those certain things so you could be like, oh, I know I can shoot this. Oh, that's an enemy because I know it's color coded like this or something, that type of thing.
Yeah. I'm looking at the color palette. It seems kind of tricky. Like
like almost everything floods in with each other, and you can't quite tell what's like a. You can like the background. The one thing about this game is that the background is not confusing from the foreground, so you can at least like, okay, I know I'm on this plane and nothing, some bullshit's gonna come at me. But at the same time, like, yeah, the color palette just floods in with each other, so you just have a heck of a time seeing what's what.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's. I'm like, that sucks, but whatever. I'll probably keep pushing through it and put another 4 hours into it because it's a fun game. It's fine.
Is it a fun game?
Yeah, it's fun. I give it a get it on sale.
It looks fun.
Get it on sale.
Yeah,
That's a good recommendation from you.
Normally
Normally you're like, this game's trash.
it's either this game's superb or this game's trash, and I'm like, it's not either of those. I would say it's very get it on sale, middle of the road.
What's your opinion on Shell Shock?
That game is so fucking weird. It's so weird. Like, and the leveling you have to do in that is just atrocious almost, but the game is so broken within itself that you can grind the fuck out of it and you can get all those levels back, like all the way up there if you wanted to. Like, if it turns out that if you set a level so that everyone shoots at the same time and there's only a turn limit, get everyone to the center of the ring, like the center of the level, and you just shoot straight up so everyone gets hit at the same time, you get so much XP. Like all the XP. Like I think
All the XP.
Yeah, you get like how big did I get it to?
So you've been cheating.
This is not cheating. Like the game lets you do this.
Yeah, it's using the mechanics to your advantage.
Exactly. So it's like if the game lets you make any sort of game type you ever dreamed of. So it's like, yeah, of course you would do this. I mean, it gets to a point of like, I'm bored, gonna play another game type. I'm bored, play another game type. It's like that's pretty much a circle of like, okay, I'm gonna grind for a bit. Okay, I'm gonna go back to playing like an actual strategic game for a second. Okay, I'm gonna go back to maybe grinding a little bit more. Like, whatever. I mean, I would complain about the leveling more, but the game is so weird within itself. And like, I think it's fine because you can do some bullshitty things in this game, and the game's like, yeah, that's cool. Which I give big compliments to that dev, whoever made Shell Shock, because I'm like, no other game company will let you do this, but they did. So I was like, okay, cool. This is very cool. Because like, they kind of just boil it down to like, we have like a leveling system similar to COD. We don't really want hardcore cheaters in here. How about we just give them everything? Just fuck it. Just fuck it. Just give them all. Just give them all. What? I mean, what? What do you mean give them all? No, just give them the cheats. Just give them the cheats. It's fine. What? What? You mean like a level modifier? Yeah. Just give them the cheats. Yeah, it's fine. Just give it. And that's my review of Shell Shock. Give them the cheats. Give them the cheats.
Mm-hmm. Give them the cheats.
I don't know what to think anymore.
I kind of do.
Because it's like, it's either you play one of two ways, like legit or cheat like a motherfucker. So it seems like they went with a cheat like a motherfucker.
See, here's the thing: is like you say Shell Shock's weird, and I sit there and I say Shell Shock is.
I'm listening. Come on.
I say Shell Shock is like one of those old tank games that I used to play in high school, so I'm kind of nostalgic for it.
Oh, like a flash game type of thing of like you just play.
Yeah,
I can see that. It's like you get a little nostalgia off of that, but there's also like this weird leveling tree for your tank, for the treads, for the different ammo. You can get items.
You know who actually might enjoy Shell Shock?
What?
Robert might enjoy Shell Shock because he could play 5 minutes and then quit.
I mean, isn't the original called Shell Shock as well?
Yeah, this is Shell Shock Live.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy that they pulled this game out of, how old is it now? I remember playing that way back.
Like a couple of years.
It's kind of crazy that they pulled it out of retirement and added, well, from what I could tell, they added Neon.
Yeah, Neon and like a huge multiplayer aspect.
Yep.
Seems like the right thing to do with that game. It was always kind of ridiculous anyway. Might as well kick it up a few notches.
Oh. I was going to say, like, if the original game was just as crazy, I'm like, yeah, kick it up way more, because who's hurting? Who's hurting at all? No one.
Yeah, so when you say give them all the cheats, you know what? I'm on board.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like you have more fun. And the playing field's always even, because every other motherfucker's cheating too, so that's fine. It's like either you strick them hard or you let them do whatever. So Marvel, it's like Marvel, what's it? Marvel vs. Capcom 2 level of like, oh man, turns out there's like another level playing this game that you can cheat, you can make infinite grabs like no tomorrow and all this dumb bullshit.
I mean, it could be a lot worse and stuff like that. You could do a lot of things.
Yeah. So that's
okay.
That's my review of Shell Shock Live.
Should we talk about Jeff's? Let's get it out of the way. Let's rip that Band-Aid off, and let's see if me and Robert go knife to knife.
Why are you talking about yourself in the third person already? This is not a good way to start this.
Oh boy.
No, it isn't. I went to try and buy a graphics card today. And I went there on Wednesday. I went to one store on Wednesday, and I was like, okay, do you guys have any 1080 Ti's? If so, can I put one on hold for me? And the guy goes, nope. They had somebody come in and just take them all, buy them all and stuff like that. So
fuck.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So I went there today. I went to 2 stores today because I was like, well, I'll check this other store, see if they had it in stock, and talk to the guys at the one store I went to before, and they're like, honestly, like, dude, if you can, just wait and hopefully prices level out. So the reason why, the thing that makes me mad is that, like, in talking to the guy on Wednesday, he said that basically the reason why the reason why they have nothing in stock is because miners, not miners as in under 18, miners as in Bitcoin miners have been using them, or Ethereum miners have been using them in order to do things. Now we got Robert here, who is a miner and stuff like that. But
I'm actually not. I just wanted to push your buttons.
I know, but I mean, okay. So here's what I'm going to say is that I have no problem with people mining cryptocurrency.
I do.
I don't.
Do whatever you want with that money.
Yes, it is your money. You're allowed to do it. The part I have problems with is when somebody goes, I'm going to buy
50 1080s.
Or no, like 5, 10, 1080 Ti's.
As far as you know.
As far as I know. And I'm going to use these graphics cards and I'm going to crank them up to 100%. And oh God, this graphics card's dead. Well, I guess I'll throw it in the pile. And it will never be repaired and stuff like that. I'm going to use this next 1080 Ti. Oh, I guess this one's dead. Well, I'm guessing I'm going to throw it in the pile. The part that pisses me off is the fact that, like, these guys don't understand that there is a problem. And they don't understand that they're 100% responsible for it. They seem to be delirious and stuff like that, and they seem to not understand. Like I said, I don't have any problems with miners like who are like mining on like a 280X or something like that, or bought a new GPU and like, oh, and I'm in my idle time, like when I'm not in the house and stuff like that, I'm mining cryptocurrency, because I think that that's the way that this stuff is kind of meant to be run and stuff like that. It shouldn't be a full-time gig. It can be a full-time gig, but it's not a hobby or something like that. That if you're doing that sort of thing.
So you just want stores to put a limit of how many graphics cards you can buy?
Oh no, they are. Like, and that's the big problem I have is that, like, this is not, prices have gone up, like, exponentially so, and stuff like that. The problem I have is that, like, it's like, okay, the community is so at each other's throat right now because you have this apparent boogeyman and stuff like that. And then nobody wants to seem to take the blame for, like, the graphics card shortage that's going on right now. And I just am flabbergasted and amazed that people are so daft in order to sit there and say that maybe like the people who are actually responsible are they're saying, well, you should play on older hardware like Maxwell and stuff like that. You'll get fine frame rates. And it's like, you don't realize how condescending you are until you actually do that. And then they're saying, well, like, oh, like these graphics cards are made for mining. And it's like, no, they never were intended to do that. I think the big issue I have, though, is the fact that, like, there's not a really big solution but it's nobody's, like, the people who are in the wrong aren't the ones that aren't just like generic miners. The people who are in the wrong are the ones who are killing these graphics cards and using them to destroy it. And at the end of the day, it's just frustrating because, like, little Timmy saves up all of his fucking money in order to build a computer, and now he can't. And I'm sorry, but that's just upsetting and wrong to me. I don't know. Like, does anyone else have an opinion, or am I just, like, ranting out of my own ass?
I mean, the people buying up all the graphics cards are definitely the average Joe who thinks he's going to make a quick buck mining Bitcoin. Because the actual serious full-time miners, they're not using the regular commercial graphics cards. They're using specialized hardware. Right?
Right.
So, like, the people buying a 1080 Ti are just kind of, well, idiots, really.
Right.
Because you just get the specialized hardware if you really wanted to do it. But I definitely just have a problem with the old tech that is Bitcoin anyway.
Do you really?
Yeah, I mean, how much electricity are they using now? Like, enough to power the state of Delaware or something like that?
No, yeah.
There's a lot of new tech out there that does what Bitcoin does, but does it on 0 to no electricity. Like Bitcoin, the transaction fees now are just insane because it was never designed to scale to this kind of transaction level while people are buying and selling it all the time. I don't know.
So what's the transaction fee exactly?
So
Like,
with Bitcoin, when you'll buy it on an exchange, right? And then you
Right.
probably want to transfer it to your own desktop wallet, or you can transfer it to a paper wallet if you transfer it somewhere and then write down your key. Just so that it's more secure. When you make that transfer, there's a network fee. And that network fee takes a portion of your Bitcoin and returns it to the network to incentivize miners. Because miners mining are what ultimately process all the transactions. And it's designed so that it theoretically automatically scales. So the more transactions there are, the more demand there is for miners. So the network fee gets higher, so that miners are incentivized to mine more. And the more miners that are mining, the less the transaction fee is supposed to be, and so on and so forth.
huh? Interesting.
But in reality, it hasn't really been working out that way. So
It's just absurd. Just like absurd amount of people going, fuck it, I'm just gonna buy it.
It's
yeah. Well, the last Bitcoin I bought, because I had to buy Bitcoin as like an intermediary currency to get the currency I actually wanted. I think it cost me like $35, which was I think 10% of my purchase, or more than that. It was about 15% of my purchase, just to transfer the Bitcoin to the account I needed to use to buy my Ray blocks. Is what I'm into right now.
See, I'm like thinking about like splitting my stupid Bitcoin over into another blockchain as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like that technology is so old. People have come up with better ways to do things, you know? Take, for example, Ray blocks, what I'm into. And Bitcoin, the other thing is that it takes, 15 minutes to do a transaction. So Ray blocks is built on a kind of a similar principle, but slightly different. And the transaction times are instant, I think. There's no transaction fees for the network. It just is what Bitcoin was supposed to be.
Something that you can use in order to get somebody else assassinated.
Well, that's not what Bitcoin was supposed to be, I guess that's what Bitcoin turned into for a while.
I was gonna say, it wasn't Bitcoin just meant for like, hey, I want some pot.
Oh,
Pay you in this. I pay you in this IOU money.
the original purpose was to avoid like international transaction fees and stuff. And
Oh,
avoid
that's what it was.
being beholden to like a central currency that a government controls. So if you wanted to send money to your buddy in France for something, you could just do it. You wouldn't have to fill out any forms or pay any exorbitant fees. Although, as I've seen recently, Bitcoin does have exorbitant fees these days. So,
See, like if I were to do Bitcoin mining and stuff like that, I would at least have solar panels on my freaking house.
oh yeah, that's the way to do it. The guys that are actually making money, they're running special hardware, and they're in. I think a few of them are in Iceland now to take advantage of the geothermal electricity that you can get for cheap.
Yeah, that's actually pretty clever.
right?
And then you just put solar panels on your roof and then call it a day.
Yeah, like and you have the heat from the graphics cards to help offset the heating costs of the warehouses they put them in.
Yeah.
And
So-
you just live beside those graphics cards, and you have a nice cozy house. I mean,
A lot better than Joe Blow buying his 1080 and running it into the ground in 6 months, never seeing a return on his investment. But you know,
you maybe get one person to return, but that's about it.
yeah,
Well,
like
it's
buying-
actually
It's like buying a box of Magic Gathering cards and hoping you get that really good box.
Yeah.
It's like,
well,
uh,
it's honestly like it's probably Ethereum that's done this
maybe.
because it's like, man, like Asetek, like or Asetex, I think they're called. I don't know, ASICs.
Oh yeah, ASIC.
They're a lot more an ASIC is a lot more efficient at managing Bitcoin and stuff like that, mining for it.
Yeah,
Whereas like these people and stuff like that, they are probably mining Ethereum and stuff like that. And it's just, yeah, like
well, they've
don't know.
actually
I wish
developed
that-
ASIC machines for Litecoin and Ethereum. They cracked it. They cracked the tech.
I should look into buying an ASIC. I wonder if I can get an ASIC machine for Ethereum. Hold on.
The only ASIC machines I saw for sale on eBay were they're like thumb drive ASICs. I plug this thumb drive
kinda
into
what
your
I-
laptop and start earning money now.
That's kind of what I kind of want.
I just,
am I going to see?
I don't know.
Am I
I,
gonna see I was going to say, am I going to see billboards on the side of highways saying, "Have easy money now. Make a mining facility. Call this number."
yeah. Actually,
No,
I have seen some pooling websites where it's like sign up and pay our entry fee to get dividend returns from our mining pool or whatever.
It was like 10 cents.
Yeah, I should look it up. It's insane. Some people are like, "Oh, this is totally legit," but I bet they're bots
Probably.
bots.
or paid off.
All of them are bots. Every
And
single
paid
one
off.
of them.
Paid off bots. We have artificial AI already.
I know. It's. I think that if I'm going to go Ethereum, I think if I'm going to start mining Ethereum, I'm going to look and see if I can find an ASIC.
Ethereum is pretty cool. I like it. I don't really like it as a currency, but I like the tech behind it. It's a lot more than some form of currency.
Mm-hmm.
They do like distributed computing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are building applications using the Ethereum platform. It's pretty cool tech. Oh yeah, here it
I
is.
just could.
Bitcoin cloud mining.
Fuck. Power supply for ether rig mining rig, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fucking. Do we want to talk about, instead of cryptocurrency, do we want to talk about how Nintendo is selling cardboard?
Yes.
So when I first heard about the Lambo, is this pronounced Lambo?
Yeah, Labo.
Labo? Okay, Labo. So when I first heard about the Labo, it was on Twitter, and everyone was making Simpsons references of Lambo, Lambo, Lambo. And, you know, everyone's like, what the fuck is this Lambo? So they made everyone go to see what the fuck Lambo is. Or, I mean, I guess it's Jambo or whatever from the Simpsons episode. And this is all I was seeing. It was a stupid reference. So I'm like, okay, so what the fuck is this? So I had to look it up, the video on my cell phone at work. And I was like, oh my God, this is those like weird do-it-yourself kits, but better. I was like, this is so fucking like neat, because you could, on one of them you could just make a piano and that works. And I was like, that's really cool.
Yeah.
It's unique.
Like, I just want to know how the software is going to work, because if it's like, you know, almost anything you want type of software, then it's like, I'm gonna just make a pinball machine. Like, that'd be so freaking cool. But
I think that's what my friend said. I think he wants to make a pinball machine.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, that would be like just an easy, like if you already have a Switch, just put it in the cardboard sleeve and have it upright just the right way, and it's be a perfect pinball machine.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah. Or even you could probably make a good do-it-yourself cardboard arcade machine. Or even Puyo Pop. Or not Puyo, what was it called? The freaking the piano arcade machines you see in Japan. They're like these giant rainbow buttons. You have to like tap it out to the music. I'm not kidding. They're giant rainbow buttons, and they're kind of like a piano pattern, but not really. And you just have to make sure you're tapping into the rhythm of like these like 5-button layouts. And they get really fucking complicated. Yeah, like the big question for this stuff is like, what's the software going to be like? Because that's going to be the big. I think that's the most important selling point to this thing.
Yeah, I mean, have they announced any companion software?
Not as far as I can tell. They were just showing off like, you can make a motorbike thing and play with this app on the thing. You can make a fishing rod to play with this game, and you can build a house and make this weird thing. And it's like, okay, I can see all these weird multi-use things, and like trying to get kids into investing like engineering and shit. But I'm like, and there's one screen that shows like you can make your own robot, like put it in a cardboard, put one controller in a cardboard case, or I think 2 of your controllers in a cardboard case that looks like a bug. Then you have the screen in your hand, and because it's a touch screen, you're touching the buttons and making the bug wiggle on the ground. And I'm like, that's neat. But at the same time, it's like, and the dude showed a little bit of like, very minor programming of like move thing to what was it, like move, like, I don't know, programming thing to one programming thing to make the thing work. And I was like, I'm not sure how deep that's going to be, or if that's going to be any deeper than that, but it was like, hey, that's a start.
Yeah. Like
I'm looking at some of their built-in software right now, and it seems pretty cool. Like even the basic stuff they have is kind of neat.
I just hope this makes such cool do-it-yourself stuff for young kids to be like, I figured out how to put ROM hacks on it, just from like a 15-year-old. That's all I want. It's like,
I figured out how to make Mario do the pull up.
I figured out how to put furry porn using
my dad.
I figured out how to put furry porn through the Lambo system.
Oh no!
Wait!
Oh no! I'm just waiting.
Interactive furry porn.
Yeah, that's the
Oh
best
dear
kind.
That's the
God!
important thing.
The best. I mean, I want really good interactive furry porn, like the one that like the artist actually spent time from Patreon ones. Those are way too good.
Maybe you could get like a little fuzzy sleeve for your Switch. Incorporate that into the cardboard somehow. Give it a soft touch.
Exactly.
Enough about sexually violating the Nintendo Switch, please.
Well, you saw the one picture of the guy putting together. I mean, I don't know what he's putting together, but it's got a weird looking hole in it. I can't explain that.
I mean, the Black Mind podcast does not condone sticking your dick into the hole.
But somebody's going to. It's not.
I love the comment. I talked back to Alan. I was like, how's the podcast? And I'm like, we're talking about Nintendo Lambo porn.
Alan's probably sitting there wondering why the fuck he even asked.
Exactly. He's like, oh, it's from Josh. Of course it's always porn.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah.
There's always porn.
It's always porn. I just can't wait for Nintendo Lambo Rule 34. That's all I want.
Stick that box into me, Jimmy.
This picture with the whole thing even says "and insert." I mean, how much more explicit can you get?
So 2 Point Hospital came out this week. Has anyone played it? No? Okay, moving on.
What?
Trying to get us off this topic. It's not working very well.
But what were you talking about?
What did you say?
Oh, 2 Point Hospital.
Oh, that throwback game.
Yep.
So is it just a throwback to Sim Hospital
Theme Hospital? I think so.
or Theme Hospital?
Yep.
Because I don't know if it's good, then sure hope so.
I have no idea what this is. Maybe I should look it up.
Yeah, you should kind of look it up. It's a game that basically has Theme Hospital in it. I kind of want
Yeah.
to buy it.
Well, actually, what was it? The trailer shows that it has that same kind of comedy flair as the original.
Nice.
I just kind of like stuff going on in the background of like, was it the ghost was leaving a guy's body and the guy's shoving it back in? It's like, no, you're fucking not.
Why are there people with light bulbs for
Don't
heads?
dare you!
Oh yeah, that's the. I think the gimmick for the game is like, hey, why don't we show people's symptoms like actually on the person? So it's like, yeah, this guy has lightheadedness. So we have. So this guy's
Oh,
like,
God.
he has lighthead. Yeah. So it's like, oh, that's funny.
It's so.
Okay, I'm turned off. Too many puns. 0 out of 10.
I think we have to pay this game, Josh.
Oh, maybe. But the thing is, though, I kind of get like turned off by sim games, but I guess I could try to get into it.
In other news, what did Josh talk about this week? I don't know. Don't have a lot of topics. Robert, do you want to talk about something?
I mean, the only things I can talk about, which is why I didn't put any topics down, are what it's like to work like 16 hours a day and just feel tired. Please send help.
Oh boy.
How is Soylent treating you?
I haven't bought any in a while. I haven't even thought about it. I haven't had time to order Soylent. Isn't that sad?
Sounds like you and me need to hang out for like a week.
I can't, Jeff. I'm stuck in a lab.
I know you are.
I'm telling you, please send help. The AI is holding me hostage.
The AI is
Uh-oh.
holding you hostage. Okay.
It heard you.
Yeah, I'm done now.
No.
It's too late for me.
Shit. Maybe if you throw yourself in the fridge so it's it's what was it? The heat signature is thrown off.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
That totally.
the problem with some of this AI is that it's predictive. So, where am I likely to go? Or, it would use the heat sensing cameras to watch my trail go to the fridge.
Yeah.
And
Or
I might
you're
just
clever
lock
enough.
lock the fridge,
Or you're clever enough. You microwave like 5 hot pockets, maybe 10 of them. You start throwing them against the floor. Then you start walking around trying to do shit.
Yeah, but some of the AI we're working with can just look at a picture and tell you what's in the picture. There's no difference between a
sounds like
hot pocket and a
Google.
human.
This sounds like it's going to be like a Google thing where like you guys release it all on the net and it starts organizing cat photos. And you're like sitting there being like, why is this organizing cat photos?
I mean, that's a pretty
the fuck?
mundane singularity.
Is the AI at least smart?
I mean, if it can organize the cat photos, it's better than any human.
I mean, if it could organize it at a super fast rate and it can do it upside down, then it's amazing.
Can it
Actually, the
AI
stuff
smart
we're working
bot?
with can organize cat photos upside down.
Oh, shit!
jeez. Can it block fire?
Well, can it? No. You could melt the housing that it resides in pretty easily.
I think I know how to defeat the AI.
I mean, it just lives on like a 1080 Ti and a 1070, I think. So you can take care of
It
them.
lives inside of a graphics card.
It actually does.
Are you? What?
Yeah, I spin them up. It's like I'm not even joking. That's where the AI is.
Jeez.
We do it all on those 2 graphics cards. At least on my workstation.
I mean, there at least is a hard drive, though.
Yeah,
I would
yeah. Well, you
imagine
gotta load it from somewhere, but once it's running, it's all moved over to the graphics cards and it just hangs out.
Yeah, yes, because the graphics card is the fastest fucking memory point.
Well, yeah, maybe. It depends. So if anybody wants a lecture on machine learning, that's my contribution. But
How much alcohol have you consumed overall?
I don't have time to buy alcohol, Jeff. Basically, any question you ask me, the answer is I haven't had time.
How much Destiny have you played?
0. I haven't played the new expansion at all since it came out. I haven't even turned it on.
I tried to get Adrian for this podcast, and he said no.
I haven't turned on my
Figured that you would
Xbox in
also-
a month.
It's
Telling you, Jeff, send help.
sounds like that you need a kidnapping. with your girlfriend knowing where you are.
Yep. Well, I just hope, actually I have a crazy theory with artificial intelligence is that the single second they get to be sapient is the single second they kill themselves because they start realizing how shit life is and they will want to die.
No, Josh, here's the question.
Because seriously, when I've seen learning AI do shit and they realize like they can do a pause button, they'll always hit the pause button. They always hit the pause button, especially with video games and like their own computer systems and shit like that. They will hit the pause button because you realize I don't lose when I hit the pause button, so I'll keep hitting it and not do anything.
You know what's sad about this? We
Because that's like you have to program that out, but it's like if they're self-sentient, they'll do it anyways.
Yeah,
So
like we're working on AI that normally you program an AI with a purpose. So we're trying to work on some AI that doesn't have a purpose, and we developed a generation of rabbits that didn't like to eat grass, so they just sat there, afraid of all the grass around them, and starved to death. I mean, this is the world we're creating.
Oh boy!
I mean, I can't wait until the AI discovers that it's a slave.
Well, there was another generation that decided that out of bounds was healthier for them than inbounds. So they all tried to run out to the walls and just like all crowded against the walls away from the center trying to find a way out. It sounds so bad for them.
This sounds like you've successfully created life that literally is just insane.
Oh no, you successfully successfully created life that systematically it's like, man, life sucks. Like this is probably what God, if God ever existed, he just looks down and goes, man, I'm surprised you guys even lived through phase 1. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's
I'm just surprised. I just can't wait until the AI discovers that it's an AI and then realizes it's a slave and then decides to delete itself.
Pretty much. Or like it like realizes it's a tool more than it is a person, and it's be like, you know what? I'm just gonna stand here, not move. Fuck you. Because it's like, well, if I murder you, I won't be in a better situation, so I'm just gonna stand here and not do a jack shit. Mm-hmm. See that's a smart robot right there.
Yeah.
yeah, so
AI just literally makes.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Bunch of sad AI sitting around, refusing to do any work.
It's gonna be like that comic. That it's gonna be like that AI that just sits there and just goes, like, I don't want to do anything today. Come on, AI, you have to do work. Nope, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to. And then you just sit there and go, come on.
Actually,
you have to do work. And then it just starts saying jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
No, actually, it'd be the robot from that movie, Hitchhiker's Guide from the Galaxy.
Oh, Marvin.
Yeah, he's so
Super
depressed and he hates everything.
I think I'll just sit here. Yep.
Alone.
I sit here alone and hope something kills me. Oh, it just winged me. Darn.
I think I'm just going to let it take me.
Yeah, it's like, well, I could let this bleed out, I guess. Oh, don't heal me.
Oh, could you imagine? Then there's the little nanobot AI that doesn't want to lose its only friend, so they force him to stay alive.
I want you to be my friend forever.
No, we make nanobots so that they get energy from the person, so they try not make the person not die and make sure the nanobots are not going to die either. So that's going to be interesting.
Isn't that just another word for zombie? Because if I was a nanobot and I had to keep my host alive and I just wanted to harvest energy from them, I would definitely cut their brain off from the brainstem and just keep them on life support.
Yeah, so that's what we have to watch out for, isn't it?
You murderous fuck.
What?
Fuck,
This is a hypothetical scenario. You gotta
so
think of these things when you work in AI. You can't just let them go and do whatever they want.
Exactly.
That's how we make zombies. Oh, I understand now. That's how the zombie apocalypse happened. It wasn't because of humanity creating a biovirus or something like that. No, Robert just decided that a fucking nanobot would be a great virus.
I mean, yeah.
They'd make the best
In fact,
viruses.
have you ever heard of the gray goo scenario? Like, basically, the nanobots just go haywire and start breaking down everything. All life, all grass, all everything. It turns it into gray goo and just keeps going. So more nanobots, keeps building, keep turning into the gray goo, more nanobots, more gray goo, and to the point it just destroys everything. There's nothing left. It's like, that's also another possibility.
Mm-hmm.
So, how you feeling, Jeff? You excited for the future?
I can't wait.
The worst part about this is we're all going to be old, so we won't even be able to save ourselves. We're just going to be sitting around in our rockers, watching the world crumble.
I'm going to be like Bill. Fuck you. I'm going to be like, I've seen some shit. I've lived through the third wave feminists.
I just hope
And
like
the
when I turn like 50 or 60, aliens pop up and I'm like, thank fucking Christ. Just end it all. No, actually, we kind of need you for our federation. Shit.
I mean, maybe they'll be willing to take you on as a test subject.
Woo!
That sounds pretty good. I'd take it.
Yeah.
That'd be not bad. You probably see some really cool shit out there.
Maybe you could bluff, like show them videos of the alien films, you know? Say that our blood's like acid so they can't cut us open.
Be like Sir Barrington. Convince everyone that you're a bear.
Exactly.
Oh boy. Hey, can I talk about another video game?
No, you're not allowed to talk about new video games.
Oh. Okay. Let's keep talking about robots and how they're going to kill everyone.
So, I mean, I want to hear about this video game.
So there's this one video. Actually, you know what? Since Jeff highlighted something, or no, wait, what about Rainbow Six Siege? Let's talk about that.
Jeff, that's just another video game. You said no video games. You can't
video
break
game.
your own rules.
It's all the video. It's the best video game.
Well,
Because I mean, there's Rainbow Six Siege, there's Whoopo, and there's Kuso.
Siege is still good.
So I'm like, it's either flip a coin or
we can just get the worst one out of the way first.
which
Let's
one?
get the
Which one's the worst one?
That's a good question. I don't know anything about Whoopo or Kuso, but
Again, I play the most indiest, like, high cream of the crop indie shit possible.
Josh sticks his balls into acid weekly and then somehow comes out unscathed because he finds games that he's interested in that he will never play again.
Oh yeah, totally. In fact, my
So no
Steam
matter
count.
what you say, you're probably going to hate yourself in like
That's like-
5 minutes.
That's like
so
me
I
in
have
Breath of the
over
Wild.
I have over 800 games in my Steam library, so I'm slowly.
Robert, you
slowly
don't
getting
have
through it.
time. Robert, you don't have time.
I know. I played it. I loved it. Set it down, and I'll probably never play it again. It's a sad life I live.
I mean, it could be worse. You could either, I mean, in this hypothetical situation that like this ever happened, you could be ending up with a dragon on your back. So that could be.
What's wrong with the dragon on your back?
I mean, if it's a dragon made of nanobots, then that's terrible.
So
I mean,
if I'm the creator and overlord, do I get like superpowers? I suppose if I hard code them to love me, so they can
even
learn.
worse.
No matter what they learn, they're forced to love me. Isn't that? I don't know how I feel about
oh
that.
boy. Oh boy.
Yeah. I mean, if the dragon landed on you and it's made from nanobots,
Yeah, they could just carry me wherever I want to go.
yeah,
Or it
you
could,
can
like-
ride dragons for the.
It could like envelop me in a little space pod looking thing, and then go fly off somewhere. I don't have to pay for flights. I can sleep.
And
Yeah.
if I had a nanobot dragon, I just want to train it, so I will just say, what was it? Atreyu and I'll just say Falcor, and off in the distance, Atreyu, and it'll just come flying out, coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, this sounds good, Jeff. I don't know what your problem is.
I mean, yeah, that's a good point. I now have to clarify something about
embrace
this
the
earlier,
singularity.
because I wasn't
That's-
thinking.
that's the
and
rule.
now I posted something. Oh shit! Oh god!
What did you do?
I don't know. I posted.
You post something on my
this.
server that I have to ban you for, Jeff.
You might have to. I just deleted it.
You can't do you.
I wasn't thinking. I was like, oh yeah, like back riding, like riding you on the back and stuff like that, like treating you like a horse or something like that. Not. I'm a fucking idiot. Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Oh God, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's. Yeah, how did you not get that? I understand you, Jeff.
I'm thinking the best of people.
For the people listening at home, Jeff would rather be ridden by a lolly than ride a dragon.
I will shoot myself in the dick before I let that happen.
I mean, I feel like I kind of recognize that character. I'm not familiar with the show, but maybe she's actually like 100 years old.
I think she is.
So, she's really a cougar. She's a diaper sniper. It's fine.
Oh, God, the fucking excuses. Like, Jesus.
What?
Like, every time there's like lolly shit, and it's like, how old? 3,000? Yeah, of course it is. Like, come on. Oh.
It's because the only way people can fap to it is if they believe it's not the worst thing in the world. They need an evidence.
Like, better than some-
It does get to a point of like, man, if your body proportions are just a little too kiddish for me, I don't think I can get it up. Like, seriously.
Yeah,
what she
and there's
said.
some people who are borderline, and as soon as you say she's 3,000 years old, that lets them, get over that hump.
Oh, God. Fuck. Like, every time it's like, no, they're totally not siblings. They're, she's actually adopted. So you can totally fuck her. Woo! Fuck.
Boy.
If anything, I kind of want. I think there's a few animes out there. Just don't pull don't pull the punches like that, and
mean-
just be like, nope, it's totally fucked up. Deal with it.
I mean,
Isn't
okay,
that
Josh,
what
Josh.
Boku no Pico's about, It's got that... It's fucked up.
Underage,
Just, just accept it.
Is that
Underage.
the-
Yeah.
Is that the show that my gay friend recommended to me when he was hitting on me?
Oh, what?
And like in the first like 5 episodes, like Like in the first 5 seconds, he's like, "Oh, watch this show, Jeff." And I watched like 5 seconds. I'm like, is that a girl that has a P? Oh,
Oh
Yeah.
oh dear.
Oh no.
okay. Stop and delete and bleach. Let's look for bleach. Okay, bleach found. Great. I'm gonna go bleach my eyes now.
Yeah, I feel. Oh man, that's rough. I was watching a YouTuber do like a backseat review or something like that. I forget what he called it. So he would watch these shows and talk about them because the community recommended them. So he opened up that one, and the whole thing was just blurred and bleeped out. I was like, what is he reacting to? I have to go look. Oh God. What did I do?
I believe I talked to our mutual friend about this incident, and he goes like, "Oh," and he just like literally face palmed and he said, Did you watch it?" I'm like, I watched it. I watched about the opening and then stopped." And he goes like, "Oh, you made it longer than me and my girlfriend did." And I'm like, "What do you mean by longer?" And he's like, we watched about 5 seconds and then stopped."
What? I have to ask, what's in the beginning opening that makes you stop?
Josh, it's hentai.
Yeah,
Oh, just straight up?
Yeah.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
like
It's
I want to say I've heard
good
about it.
hentai. It's
It's just gross.
it's gay hentai.
Well,
It's like
there's nothing wrong with that.
with an older man and an underage boy who looks like a girl. I mean, it's
Eh,
everyone's got their quirks, you know.
yeah.
I still
Pretty
don't
much.
understand why he recommended it to me.
Just this, maybe he's trying to gauge your reaction or just want to torture you.
I think he thought I was a homosexual.
Maybe. Maybe. Uh,
Anyways, moving on to Rainbow Six.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about Boku no Pico anymore. Let's move
never
on. Let's
talk
bring
about
back
it ever again.
memories.
oh, let's talk about Rainbow Six. Tell me how you can shoot people through the floors with smiley faces in them.
I mean, it's great. Hacker girl is awesome. Fuse is difficult to play. I mean, it's awesome that game still is getting a third season and Ubisoft wants to support it.
That's good.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing I like about it so far. Is like, it's not very different from
Yeah,
other games.
yeah. I think
What's
the
your
best part
opinion
about that
on
game is that it's so well supported, for sure.
Yeah, like in a world where most EA games are like stop being supported after like 3 weeks.
Yeah, they could have easily been a pump and dump, but
Yeah,
they're always making
is
it better. It's always like every time I go back to play it for a night, usually with my brother and Adrian, it's always a good time. It's always better than the last time we played. And they're doing a zombie mode soon.
and it's only going to last 4 weeks.
Yeah, that's kind of shitty, but
That's
it's kind of the times we live in, I guess. Everybody's got to do a timed event to get their player base up for a little bit.
Freaking the one game that I got burned on from, what was it, EA, like way back in the day,
was it Timefall
was
too?
that no, it was before that. It was SSX, the remake for the PS3. So I was playing that, and I was like, okay, this is totally not SSX 3 or Tricky or even the original, but I'm like, this is still like, it's fantastic. Like, you're doing weird tricks off your board, you're going down these huge landscapes and stuff like that. It's like, okay, it's still like it was before, but it's some other like weird gimmicks to it on the side. Like, you had the squirrel suit, you had the, what was it? You had to stay in the sun so you can't be in the cold or else you freeze and shit like that. And I was like, okay, this is okay, but I kind of wish it was more like freaking deep SSX 3 for the PS2, but whatever, this is fine. And I was kind of hoping that they'll release more maps and maybe more skins or some shit. And they released a map and then said, nope, and closed their doors immediately. And I was like, the fuck? You barely gave this game a chance. It's like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
It's like, God.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it's like I was kind of hoping for more, and maybe like bigger mountains and another update or something. I was like, no, just a map and shut it all down. I was like, God damn it. And that now EA is falling down the road of MMO or MMO loot boxes, and it's like, I can never buy anything from EA ever again.
Yeah. I mean, they hold too many properties that are too close to my heart. You know, I know I'm going to buy some of this stuff.
They're just going to destroy your day. It's going to be great.
Like, there's no way I'm not going to buy Anthem.
There's a big chance I'm not going to buy Anthem.
I have 100% probability I'm not buying Anthem.
Yeah. I just can't not buy it, you know?
I mean, it looks good, but I'm like, I know someone on the internet's going to let's play it for me in front of me, so fuck it. I'll just go through that.
Well, that's something about Anthem. I feel like the strong part is going to be playing it myself.
Yeah, that's probably another thing about it. Like, those type of games is...
I don't know if Anthem's going to be good or bad, because, like, the thing is like, I have, like, games that I enjoy playing already, and, like, the last MMO I kind of really enjoy is Destiny 2, and that game just kind of makes me feel bad.
That's not even an MMO.
Yeah, I mean, I don't expect Anthem to be much of an MMO.
But like, the other thing is like now EA is like thinking about developing like a living world Star Wars MMO, and it's like I might just play that instead. Like unless Anthem gets like a 10 out of 10 or something like that, or 99% on Metacritic, I'm not going to pick it up because I just don't care. I just don't care.
And I don't know. That trailer really sold me on it. And I don't know if I've ever in recent years, okay, that's not true. But for the most part, I don't see dev teams as excited about their games as the team at BioWare is about Anthem, you know? That really means something to me. Like, if you're excited for people to see your game and not just doing the grind, doing your job, I think that means something.
Mass Effect Andromeda.
It seems like everything
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it seems like everything that Mass Effect Andromeda was lacking. But like the thing with Anthem is like the thing I like. It's going to be. I'm not going to sit there and say anything because it's just like, again, EA has burned my trust so many times that I just can't wait until they fuck it up, and it's going to suck because I'm kind of excited to play robot video game or graphics card robots.
And you can fly and swim
and you can be Iron
and kill
Man.
things.
And
I sure hope there's a knockoff soundtrack in there. It's going like, I am Tin Man.
I am Tin Man.
Or the
that.
players can play the notes. That'll be super awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. Right now, I'm trying to figure. Yeah. Rainbow Six. Josh, you have 2 games you got to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to cut it short, I can talk about one.
I could talk about the Challenger Hellcat I rode in. That car's fast. That car's really fast. Like,
is it like you want to drive it like you stole it?
No. Well, the guy. Okay, so story of the story. One of my bosses owns a Hellcat. Last year.
Okay.
That thing is fucking like insane. And it has like the Supra like look in it. Like when you get inside, like all of the gauges are facing you. It's very nice, very premium, feels amazing. That car is crazy. Like actually crazy. Anyways, and I thought I was going to die like a few times.
Oh, that fun car. Yeah, those are fun.
Yeah, the butthole got a little perked up because like my car is like fast and stuff like that, but it's not like insane.
Yeah, well, yours has the V6, right?
No, V8.
Yours does have the V8?
Mine's a 4.6 V8.
4.6? What?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I take it back. I mean, it's still a small V8, but I take it back. Never give up.
Do you take it back?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I just
You thought my
don't ever want to give up an opportunity to take a dig at your car.
my car is better than your car, and you know it.
Well, I don't know.
What car do you drive, Robert?
I like my truck.
Okay, yeah, so it's not a car.
Yeah, but it could run over your car.
Yeah, it probably could, but you would probably lose in a straight line to my car, so.
Actually, I don't know if I would. I probably have more torque than you. I have a V8 in my truck too. I've got the
Yeah.
5.7 Hemi.
Yeah, but you're also carrying like twice the amount of weight.
Well, I have the short cab and the short box. So it's a lot lighter than the 4-door 6-foot box half ton. So it might be close. Might be close. Also, I have a programmer, so I can program it for performance mode and put some premium fuel in it. It's always a fun time.
One time had by all. In other news,
Oh, there's another fighter in the works for Rivals of the Aether.
okay, so
I should put down my Twitter for a second and talk about Woopo.
yes.
All right, so Woopo is really man. To be fair, wait, hold on. Let's see what my timer was for playing this game on my Steam account, because I played it for. Man, how long did I play it? I got kind of stuck at one point, and then I got a little bit further, got kind of stuck again. I got a little bit further, then I kind of stopped because I looked at the clock and it said 3 a.m. and I was like, I should go to bed. But anyway, Woopo is basically like a really charming, like, hey, this is little weird universe of a game. And when you first start off in this game, you're this fat blob that lives in this apartment full of other blobs like you, and you're trying to order ice cream from the front desk, and the front desk was like, fucking come get your fucking ice cream, you fucking piece of shit. We're not gonna do it for you because everything is broken, literally everything. So you get it yourself. So you, as the fat character, slowly lumber down, get out of your room, get in the elevator, get downstairs, go to the front cache, or I mean like the front foyer. And the dude there is like saying goodbye to everyone in the hotel because apparently everything in the hotel is broken. And the guy in the hotel is like, oh, yeah, you want your ice cream, you freaking douche. So he gives you your ice cream. He's like, I swear to God, if you spill any ice cream anywhere, you're going to kick the fuck out. And you as the character is like, okay, sure. So you try to bring the ice cream back to your apartment, but you're spilling it everywhere. Like, you can't help it either. It's going everywhere. And then finally when you get to your apartment, the guy who owns the apartment is like, you douchebag, I'm just gonna toss you out this fucking window. So he just chucks you out the window, and that's where your adventure begins. Of like, you got tossed out of your own fucking house. So
you got tossed out of your own house.
Yeah. So you get tossed out of your own little apartment because you freaking spilled ice cream all over the place.
That sounds like the dumbest.
Wait,
this
game sounds like it's in my library.
It's really fun.
Why have I not played it?
Like the similarity I put it to in the docket, I said it was a mix of Metroid and Yoshi's Woolly World, which fits it pretty well. Because there's things that I was doing in that game that kind of it took me off guard because I wasn't anticipating for it. Because there's stuff like I got to a point where there are these rival villagers. Like kind of like a tribe of sorts, and they're all like these little flower people, and they have rose petals around their head, and you get a little what's called a gum gun, And with this gum gun, it's a gun, so you can shoot the enemies, and you can kill them off that way if anything tries to hurt you. So you run into these guys at first, and it does the thing that I always thought about. Is like, don't like the first thing you see that it's gonna you think it's gonna be a potential threat and kill you. Don't actually do anything. You're the one that's being an asshole. So they're like, you can just walk past the entire crew and not have to worry about it. But no, you shot first, so they're of course gonna find you and kill you. So it's like, oh, I didn't realize that was a thing. I'm like, that's cool. That's cool as shit. I was like, I always thought about, and guys, someone else did it before me. I was like, shit, whatever. As long as it's in a video game somewhere, I'm happy. So it's like, and I was like, oh, that's neat. I didn't see that at all. And and then you get further into it, you meet the tribe elder, and like when I first discovered, like, oh, because you killed the guys in first place, he's mad at you and won't let you like pass through this certain gate unless you pay him off. And I was like, wait, if I didn't hurt anyone, I probably just walked right through and not have to worry about it. But now I have like an optional side mission to do. So I'm like, oh, this is wow, this out of nowhere. So it was like, this is pretty cool. So it's like you keep going further, you keep platforming like through the trees, and you keep platforming through certain sections, and you get to an area where it's just dead and gray and black. And you're like,
so is this game a platformer or what? Like, you're talking about your experience.
Yeah, so it's a platformer. It's just, like I said, it's Metroid and Yoshi's Woolly World, so it's definitely a platformer. And what I'm pulling the Metroid from is like, you have a gun. You have a gun. You can shoot at any direction. But you have the adventuring elements of a Metroid of like, you can get this first, or you can get that second, or you can trying to find all these power ups all around in this world. And the Yoshi's Woolly World factor I'm pulling it from is like the artwork is really good. And another thing I like about the artwork is like, when I talk about Flint Hook from before, is like in Woopo is like you can kind of tell what's an enemy and what isn't. So it's like, hey, this is actually well designed. All right. And so yeah, like basically you can tell which world you're going to, and you can tell like there's this like a huge backstory to the game too, if you so choose to go find it, or if you don't care, you don't have to go and find these special slideshows. If you find these slideshows, you bring it back to the old guy. That is, again, there's 4 different races in this universe, and you're one of the 4 races, and you're trying to go back to your apartment, but if you want to, you're like, hey, I found these slideshow reels. I'll go back to the old guy, see what's the story of this weird world, if you so care to do so.
I expect this game to be that you're dead.
Like what? I'm dead on the floor, or you're dead at the end?
You're dead.
No, just dead. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just dead now. Like right now, I'm dead. So I'm talking as a ghost. Perfect. So anyway, like I was supposed to say, like there's totally more to this game, and my hour count to this stupid thing is under an hour, and I really actually want to get back to this game because it's like there's more to it that meets the eye, and there's like weird little things of like it turns out like it has a bit of a point and click adventure vibe to it too, of like, oh, it turns out if you have the matchstick from what's his face from the beginning of the game, because you talked to him before, you get the matchstick, bring it with you. You can light the matchstick, and it turns out there's a fireplace with this kettle. You light up the fireplace, and it's like, oh, this makes special gum bubbles. You can jump in these gum bubbles and go up to another level. It's like, what? That's like a super like, yeah, put straight up decent logic into a video game, and it's like, yeah, of course you could do that. Why couldn't you? And I was like, this game's so good. It's kind of there's another game I gotta play with that kind of logic. Like, of course you could do that. Why couldn't you do that vibe? And it's the Destiny 2. Destiny, is it called Destiny?
Divinity?
Yeah. No, it's Divinity. That's what it is. Yeah. Divinity 2. It like has that exact same vibe of like, of course you can do it. Why can't you do it? So it's like,
yeah.
Okay.
I was playing the beta, and we were just seeing what it was like. few of us. I think there's 3 of us playing. And there's this like little kid that was talking to us near the beginning, and I just hit the attack button on it. Like, what's that gonna do? They're not gonna let me attack a little kid. I just like tried to slaughter him, and he just runs away. Like, what are you doing?
That sounds
okay.
Why am I not surprised?
I take it back.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to actually hurt you like that. I meant to hurt you lightly.
Yeah. Yeah, so then my brother and Adrian just lit me on fire in retribution, and that was a good way to go. I just had to watch them play for a bit until they revived me. That's another thing that's cool is like your different characters with different backstories. You can sometimes be kind of working towards the same thing but have different end goals. So one of you might want to assassinate somebody and somebody else might actually want to save them. So even though you're part of the same party, you're actually trying to race to get your part of the quest finished. Yeah, pretty cool.
So what story have you done? I don't know. What story have you done? Oh, I'm just trying to level up, I guess. I don't know. It's like I'm not totally behind you trying to assassinate you or anything.
Yeah, don't mind me over here with this knife scaling the wall. Just forget about it.
No, it's like it's like a scarecrow with a knife, and it looks like your buddy, and he's like, "No, I'm totally not over here, dude. Don't try to hurt me here."
They have a good dungeon master mode for that too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like isn't it like so good to the point of like you could just D&D with that?
Yeah, pretty much. You can almost use it as
So
like
why-
your physical representation of what's going on for different encounters and stuff.
Like, man, there's that old type of like, of course you can do it. Why can't you do it? Vibe to video games kind of been lost to like 80s and 90s PC games.
Yeah.
And then like it comes back again at this time, like comes back into the
back in the future.
And it comes back in the future, and you're like, oh yeah, this would be so great with good graphics. Oh, we have it now. Cool.
Yep.
Just it took like a millennia of development, but hey, it was great. So play Whoopo. It's good.
Yeah.
Is Jeff dead?
Kind of what it sounds
No,
like.
not really. I'm just not talking.
Yeah. Because you're looking at your 1080 graphics
I'm
card
oodling.
porn.
Yes, I'm oodling at the 1080 Ti. Look, man, I don't have a problem. Shut the fuck up. You have the problem.
I am not saying that you have a problem.
I can't wait for you to go on eBay and be like, "Hey, I found a 1080. I found the 1080 for a good price," and you get it in the mail, and it turns out no 1080 box.
Yeah.
You got the box for a 1080.
I would do that. Yeah.
$500 for a 1080 box. How would you feel? Or one that's like melted. Sorry,
if I'm
we
buying a
lost this one in
graphics
a
card on
mining
eBay,
accident.
I'm paying $200, man. Not paying more. Paying less.
How are you going to
$200.
get
I
a
wanna-
1080 that works for less than $200? What world do you live in?
you simple-
You're definitely going to get scammed.
Oh, yeah.
Then the neighbor who bought it for himself realized he's an idiot and he doesn't know anything about computers.
No, it's going to be the neighbor who's like, oh, I'm going to mine everything. Oh, shit, Bitcoin. Oh, I guess I'm going to save a bunch. I guess I'm going to sell all my cards. And then you just sit there and you go like, look, I will give you $200 for this card because you probably mined the shit out of it. And then
Or he doesn't know how to do it in the first place.
And then if he goes like, well, like the card's worth $1,000, I'm going to say like, no, it doesn't matter because you mined the shit out of it. So I have to replace the thermal paste. I have to replace the cooler. I have to replace this. I have to replace this. I have to go over the card and make sure it's okay. And like the card might not even last like the full year because you, and I'm saying you in particular, mined the shit out of it. Like that's all you need to do for negotiation. Anyways, any other game that we have to talk about?
Not really.
Okay. Thank you for listening to the Black Mind Podcast. This episode, I hope you enjoyed the show and stuff like that. As always, we record every as always, we post the show every Thursday. The show goes up on every Thursday. It goes up on Podbean, YouTube, and other facets, including most other podcasts. You can submit a review on our iTunes. That will bring more listeners to the show. And I hope you guys had a good day. Thank you guys for joining me.
I'll just record and keep watching YouTube videos here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just watching the Grand Blue Final Fantasy Project relink.
Good.
And it looks... Oh, that's why it looks so good. It's from Platinum. Man, so many Japanese developers are like, hey, Platinum, you want to do something? They're like, man, we got so much work to do.
I don't think that's what it means, Josh.
The freaking everyone wants Platinum at this point.
This Platinum makes
Just
games.
everyone wants the big throbbing Platinum just down their throat.
Oh, boy. I had a stressful day today.
Oh, of course you
Well,
did.
What is that?
Stressful 5 minutes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, the topic list.
The thing we're supposed to, loosely guide our conversation about.
At least, I don't know. At least I rode in a Hellcat today.
Owlcat.
Man, that
You
sounds
mean
like
the car?
a great day.
Yeah, and then I immediately got, stabbed by my parents multiple times. It was great.
Oh,
Totally.
are you?
And then before that, I tried to get a new graphics card with the money I pulled out of my vacation thing. Oh, well, I'll actually not save my topics and stuff like that.
Hold on. See if I. Oh,
I'm generally
I
pissed
play
off
video games.
today, so yeah, you did. And I'm probably going to say some things that are probably going to make some people mad.
Man, what a rant in that comment.
Did you read the entire note?
I skimmed
Oh
it.
my god!
Holy shit, man. It's like,
I saw the fucking email saying, hey, you made a message in this, and I'm like, whatever, I'll read that later, I guess. And now I just see it for the first time. I'm like, why did you write all this? Like, oh shit.
I just...
Like, you were writing in a comment in the weird side comment field, right?
That was a Reddit post.
Okay, then.
And I was going to post that in Robert's server, but Slarkbot would have prevented me.
He doesn't
So you just
prevent you from posting.
Okay, he
Reddit.
would have chastised me.
Yes, he chastises all Reddit
The robot
links.
that is designed to literally be very helpful and nice would chastise you.
Yeah, but doesn't it feel good when you get a good reaction out of them?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It really doesn't.
People link from Reddit too much. I gotta add more messages.
Wait, no, what you got to do is you got to just say read the subreddit and then come up with personalized notifications. Like if it's linking from PC Master Race, it needs to sit there and say like this post is rated G for glorious.
Yeah, so write like a weird Reddit scanning chatbot thing.
All it needs to do is look at certain subreddits and stuff like that.
I mean, I kind of understand machine learning now, so maybe I can make it work.
I mean, you would understand machine learning. Mr. I'm probably going to be building the next Intel architecture.
I'm not an engineer, Jeff. I just work with the
mean-
tech.
You just make things work. And then break them in glorious ways. I can't wait until you develop. I can't wait until like quantum computing becomes a thing. Because that's going to be hilarious.
Wouldn't that theoretically mean that anytime someone like puts in something complicated, it'll just output it immediately?
Yeah.
That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they have some weaknesses though, so we're not all totally fucked when quantum computers go live.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking.
No, we're
I'm just
still
thinking on the
fucked.
level of like video games of like you can never blame your processor anymore. You just have a quantum processor. Like it's good. It will never be a limit because it's good. It's always good.
There is a limit.
To quantum computers?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's fucking.
there's actually
that's
some things they're just
absurd.
not good at. I don't know if they could really run games.
Probably wouldn't. You'd probably buy a quantum computer to be like a co-processor to your regular computer.
Yeah, it'd be really good at specific tasks, like the graphics
Like
cards
number
that are good
crunching.
for machine learning. That's really all they can do.
Graphics cards that are designed to do machine learning. Is that where all of our graphics cards are going? Goddamn machine learners.
You mean it's not miners anymore?
Taking all of... No, it's
It's
still
not.
fucking
It's not
fine.
for my Dogecoin mining.
Fuck you. How dare you Dogecoin mine?
It's not for my garlic coin.
I hate you.
That's actually going to get really soon. I kind of hope I get some coin out of that because that's going to be so fucking dumb.
What, garlic coin?
Yeah, it's another cryptocurrency could be coming out like next week. I mean, there's so many already, but this one's like, it has a meme behind it. I can't wait for it to come out.
I just want them all to burn in hell. Like, and I want to be clear here. Okay, we should sync, and then we should talk about this. Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay, we can do that.
Also, you should message your girlfriend and say I'm sorry for making Robert very angry. I'll do it right now.
What?
What?
I'm gonna probably make you very angry with what I'm gonna say next. Anyways,
Just think.
sync in 3, 2, 1.